this is how we take care of business. American Water Damage Restoration Company. We are looking to make it everything done by the book. Don't believe me? Try us out and you'll see the difference. So why would I say that? And what is the difference? Because it used to be a very common question. What do you do different as a company, differently than other companies in this industry, right? So we at American Water Damage Restorations, we will have the emergency response teams, right? When you have vans that they have equipment which we will install, such as dehumidifiers and air scrubbers to establish equilibrium, right? So what that means, to don't allow this water damage to go to different other areas, right? To contain it to as small as possible, right? It's pretty obvious what the dehumidifiers do for almost everybody, I believe, around us. But what is the air scrubber do? The air scrubbers, they are basically some machines that they will filtrate down to like 2 or 3 microns everything that is in the affected environment. And why would you say you need that? Because it's just, I don't know, a shower valve, a faucet, or maybe a fresh water pipe that burst. So why do I need air scrubbers? Because in Washington State, LNI, OSHA regulations, we need to respect. And if you want to be by the book, you have to respect those rules, right? And they say you cannot cut drywall even in a brand new building without having the asbestos testing on hand, right? So you don't want to endanger the well-being, health of whoever occupies that space. So for us and every other water damage restoration companies, they should have the asbestos testing on hand, which takes time. So from the moment the event happened, you have the testing, and then lately, because of the financial situation, everybody, almost all the homeowners that we interacted with lately, they want to have, guess what? The insurance company agreement, which in order to have, they will need to send an inspector out there, and which usually takes like 3 days to have them out to your property, to your house. Which, okay. Now, if we have these time frames and then we go back to school when they teach us, right, by the IICRC Institute, who will have to educate a lot of people, not just in this city, in this state, in this country. It's like in all other places, even, if you're in UK or in Australia, they got to be certified as a business, and the license for the individuals that they want to be licensed technicians in the water damage restoration industry by the IICRC Institute, as much as I know. That's how it is, right? And they will tell us this much. On any given material / surface that has been exposed to moisture in between 24 to 72 hours, mold will grow. And other ones, they may have different opinions about this, and they will say that even in 5 hours it will change category from category 1 to category 2 or 3. Cat 1 is when you have a fresh water, right? Line event, burst, shower valve, whatever. So it's clean water, and then some cross-contamination happens, becomes a category 2. Or it's a cat 3 when, due to the time frame, or is sewage or groundwater, right? And say, well, groundwater, what are you talking about? Well, just think about that. Maybe the neighbor of your neighbor, right, next to the house of your house, they have a landscaping company that they did what? what chemicals are they using? And let me see if you will drink those chemicals, right? But believe me, it's not just one. There is more than 10, if not more than 20 products that they found in the soil, and this is why groundwater in this beautiful industry is considered to be contaminated water, because it's not healthy for us humans to consume this water, because we don't want to get sick, right? So this is why when you get to actually do the demo, you want to have a dump truck, right, on site, and in the dump truck you will have actually what needs to be in there, right? Because you cannot tell me that whatever you will have, either if it's just drywall, insulation, you know, it will not pinch that beautiful black construction bag, right? And then in the same van, right, which you are using to take the tools, right, and the machines, it's not going to be cross-contaminated. It's very simple, it's very easy, just that much. But who cares, right? In our case, we will start bringing some boxes, and then all the contents, right, we will have them nicely packed using different products, and then we're gonna label what was from where and how, right? And look at this brand new beautiful paper to take care of everything in a nice and safe way. And of course we will use top of the state technology like thermal scanning cameras and hydro stations, right, that they will show us the RH values, the temperatures, and then of course the moisture values, right, where you can go and see exactly how affected is, you see, in the property, right? You can see different values here. You see this? Look at that. Those decals are just doing some magic. And look, if you touch it with your fingers, you get the 99, right? Yeah, so that's a decal, that's an air scrubber, that's an air scrubber as well, that's a decal as well, right? And look at this one, right? What about that? What about that? Yeah, look at this. And then, look in this kitchen, everything looks nice and fine, right? But if you look here at the bottom part of these beautiful cabinets, which they are MDF, they swallowed because they absorbed the water from underneath. It looks everything nice and dry, right? But the machine, you see, it's gonna tell you, oh look, this is actually having some moisture here, right? And then if you remove this piece, you will see how this got to be damaged. And we will build containment. What that means, we're gonna use 6mm plastic, not painter's plastic. This has to be 6mm plastic with poles, right? We have the foam railings, right? And it has to be sealed, which means we're gonna use the tape to seal the plastic towards the walls in order to prevent cross-contamination to other things that you need in your house to stay if they don't get to be relocated, right? And then it goes the heavy-duty tape that will hold the plastic to the wall, because the painter's tape is actually not to damage the wall, and this one is the heavy one to actually hold it there, right? So this is the reason why we at American company, we do things the way we are doing it, right? So we can have basically the peace of mind for the vans, right? To have equipment and tools and no garbage, right? Whatever multi-layered materials we will remove from your house, either if it's drywall or flooring, we will basically have this done in such a manner to keep everyone safe, because it happened to us, you know, to go to a job. It doesn't matter if it's like residential or commercial, and somebody else chose to dry it in place, even if it was like a sewage job, right? And then if you don't build containment to protect the other areas when you're gonna start removing the drywall, right, you're gonna have a surprise. But this way you can have the equipment nicely stacked, clean. We have these nice blankets which they have rubber on the other side to protect our way, right? If there is sections of the house that they are not affected. And we have the inject dry system as well with the beautiful mats, right, which they will remove the water if you have hardwood floors. But it is very, very important to keep in mind the time frame is very, very important. You have to like give us a call right away when the event happens. It is very, very important. We can save your hardwood floors with that system, but obviously it has to be taken, this action has to be taken right away in the next hour or two. This is my personal experience. Otherwise, the hardwood floors will start cooping and will just have to be removed. Yeah. So we're not gonna have the ability to actually save it, you know. Yeah, so just a little educational, common sense, in my personal opinion, situation about what and how we do, and an answer to a lot of homeowners and property management companies that they are out there, and we are trying to serve them as good as possible using our education that we got from the IICRC Institute to certify us as a company and our water damage restoration technicians, okay, in order to ensure that our communities will stay nice and safe. American Water Damage Restoration is the one to call. Thank you, guys.